Hello everyone and welcome to another YachtWay Spotlight. Today I am going to take you on a full thorough walkthrough of this Fjord 53X. There's so much to this boat and so many cool neat tricks that I can't wait to show you. We're starting our walkthrough all the way in the back on the aft swim platform over here. And by the way, if you are thinking about buying a Fjord in North America or anywhere in the world, then visit yachtway.com because Fjord North Americas is on YachtWay with their available inventory. This video is brought to you by YachtWay. If you're looking to buy a modern yacht, then visit yachtway.com. Platform made for the 21st century. And these are the boats recently listed for sale around the world. Didn't find what you're looking for? YachtWay will connect you with an authorized dealer near you and get you on board the best looking boat on the water. So go check them out. But starting all the way in the back on the swim platform, this goes all the way down about 3 feet deep, and you have these steps that actually fold all the way down, making the onboarding very easy even when you're on the water. What's also super neat is all the snorkeling gear that you have or things that you need quick access to. You have a storage right here, which means that you're on the swim platform, you're in the water, you don't have to come back to the boat to grab them. You can just come here, grab your face mask, grab your fins, and carry on the fun in the water. You have a tender garage which fits a Williams jet tender inside. So with a push of a button, open dinghy garage. So it's super spacious inside. What's also neat that there's actually a light, so you can easily turn it on when you're out and about during the night hours. You can turn the light on in the tender garage, seeing everything, what's inside. And as it opens, one of the things that I do want to point out are the fenders. These are square fenders, actually matching the style of the boat really well. And they have actually storage on either side, making the access of them super easy, and they're not flying away when they're not in need. Now, this is still a boat that is being commissioned for the delivery. All these carbon fiber poles, or the poles here, are for the bow bimini to add more shade, which we will come back to in a moment. But you also have a winch, so you can easily get the tender back out or back in by just push of a button. Also, lights, which I mentioned you have one on either side, on starboard side and on the port side. On both sides, port side, starboard, you have these latches. And these are quick accesses if you do need to get out from the engine room. For example, if this lead for some reason doesn't open, you can easily access from the engine room. Or if you want to see how the pod is doing, you can easily take a look at it from here. Now, let's say you want to go to a restaurant now. So rather than opening up this whole tender garage and showing everyone what's inside, you have an easier, faster access to the fenders underneath this hatch. You can lift this cushion just like this, and now you have an access to the fenders underneath. So rather than opening the whole garage, you can easily access it from right here. Super convenient, and I wish more boats would do that, because, I mean, while the tender garage is a cool thing to have, it's not necessarily a thing that you want to always show when you're out and about. Once again, put the lid down, everything is hidden away, no fuss, no fuss. Also, you have, they call them kind of like lollipops, so you can put them around. So if you want to hold on to something when you're on the water, you can do that. And these are kind of all around the swim platform in the back. You also have a handheld shower on your port side, and on your starboard side, you have your controls now for your swim platform, as well as your 50 amp power outlet that keeps the AC running and everything while the boat is at the dock. Gates on either side, and what's great is these gates are actually flush mounted with the hull, so when they're open, well, in this case closed, they're not intruding to your walkway, giving you more space to walk around the boat. And to operate them, you just push them down, and now it gives plenty of safety for your kids and for your pets if you have them on board. Again, to open it, just like this. Nice cleats. They are collapsible ones, so whenever they're not in use, nicely tucked away. And as we keep walking, first thing you see are these speakers. So these speakers are flush to the hull. Nothing, again, pops out, intruding your walkway that you would hit your chins on, as well as your audio control. And these are kind of across the board, which is really cool. You don't have to walk around the boat to get to the audio controls. You can be anywhere on the boat and control your music right from there. Talking about lounging, as you lounge, you also have fridges. So you have one on either side, fridge drawers, quick access for your drinks. And as you lounge, you can do that in a couple different ways. Either you sit around this U-shaped seating or use the sunbed. You can move these backrests whichever way you like, and also put them down as pillows. So now you have 3-in-1 with just one option. If you think that this is too much shade or not enough shade, you have electric bimini with just one push of a button. It opens up, and you don't have to keep holding for the bimini to come out all the way. You just push it once and it does it itself. So by the time that we're finishing this lounge area talk over here, or you finish your first cocktail, the bimini will be already out and about. Now that we're in a shade, what's really neat is underneath these handrails, you get this LED lighting, and obviously you can change the color to whatever color you like with a remote control. If you want, you can also turn them off. Underneath the seating, nice drawers. For example, you can keep your covers at, or you can use it for your shoe storage or whatever you like. This being truly an oversized dining area, you can make them smaller. And once you put the lids down, these act as handrails, and you have cup holders integrated within. Now, this is an optional table. What you can also have is rather than having a one table, you can have two, so you can walk in the center, giving you more space to access the U-shaped seating in the back as well. Now, if there's not enough lounge area for you on this boat, what you can do is electrically push the table all the way down, cushions on top, and now this becomes a truly big, oversized sunbed once again. One of the greatest things about day boating is all the outdoor space that you have. But I've always keep mentioning that climate change is real, and people are searching for more space to hide from the sun, especially during the hot summer days in South Florida. And this boat is super special because the hardtop goes all the way from the port side to the starboard side, giving you plenty enough shade when you're out and about, and the whole dining area is always in the shade. So you don't have to put out your electric bimini, which you can put out, and that gives additional shade for your whole sunbed in the aft. Once you are entertaining your guests, then guests can sit over here and you can prepare the gourmet meals at your galley right at your fingertips. Nice cooktop. Now, a lot of people are like, you know what, I don't want to have a cooktop, but every once in a while you might want to make that pasta. Now, if you want to do a barbecue, you have an option for that on your port side as well. So you have both options, whichever you want to use. And what's really neat is you also have a mirror in the back over here. So if anybody wants to make sure that they look great before they go up in the water, you have that option over here as well. All your dishes can be washed with the sink here. And you also have a freezer, top-loading freezer. Underneath, another fridge with more storage. Trash bin with more storage above. And of course, that would not be enough for your summer kitchen. You also have a proper ice maker on your port side as well. Engine room compartment. This one is powered by Volvo IPS 800s, and the speeds way over 30 knots. So plenty of speed to get to Bimini, Bahamas, wherever you want to go. Talking about speed, this is where you would control your dreams at. You have a helm station, nice seating, very wide seats. You can either use them to stand up at, or you fold them down. Comfortable place to be. Wraparound windshield with an optional extended windshield all the way to the T-top. So if you don't want to have the wind come in, maybe you're more northeast boater and you want to extend your season, you can easily do that with the optional extended windshield. Dual Simrad monitors on this one. You can either have Simrads or Raymarines, whichever you prefer, as well as your stabilizer control. What's really neat is all these control units that you don't really need to access at all times are hidden away underneath these leads, giving you a nice clean look while you're navigating around. Underneath, you have a quick stabilizer, X19, which is actually the bigger one, chain counter by Quick once again, and your cup holders, 2 on your starboard side, 1 on your port side, as well as holder for your phone. All the windows controls on your fingertips, light control, or your throttle controls right over here, as well as your joystick control. So it makes this boat super easy to navigate with either you push it to the left or right, the boat goes exactly where you pointed at. It really makes the boating so much easier, which is also the reason why a lot of boat owners, especially buying boats like Fjord, are first-time boaters, because of this, the joystick. Also have a skyhook, so if all things go bad, you want to push a button, this keeps the boat in the same exact location, so you can really collect your mind and make an informed decision before you carry on your navigation. Carrying on underneath the helm station, you have an additional storage where you can keep extra lines, which is great because if you are an owner-operator, you want to have an easy access to things like fenders, which we showed you in the back, as well as lines. So these you can grab right underneath you as you get close to the dock, which is very neat. As your guest sitting or as you as a captain sit, what's also neat is these seats have armrests. So when you are cruising around, longer cruises, you can put the armrest down, just like in your Range Rover. And it's a great place to hang out at. Now, if you're going faster, because this boat, like I mentioned, goes way over 30 knots, close to 38 knots, you have these handrails that actually across the board, or even around the galley area, making it super safe for everyone to be on board. Top speeds can be up to 38 knots, which is quite remarkable for a boat this size, and with just D8 IPS 800 engines, which is fantastic. Range for this boat, around 320, 330 nautical miles. Again, it depends how aggressive you are with the throttle. But we will put a spec sheet on the screen over here so you can see all the measurements as well as the fuel tank capacity, so you know how far you can travel. Nothing more important on a boat than having a great mood lighting for the best time on the boat. This boat has LED lighting all across the hardtop, making it super nice, like a warm glow. So when you are at nighttime, enjoying your time with your friends and family, this boat looks spectacular and you're lit up like it's a Hollywood blockbuster. So if there is one guest on board that wants to distance themselves from the captain, they have their own mini cockpit on this boat. Once again, you have armrests on both sides. You can extend out the sitting area. And what you can add is an additional monitor connected to an Apple TV. Watch a TV while everybody else is enjoying driving. You can enjoy driving and watching your favorite TV series. If the guests want to control their audio, like I mentioned, there's audio control absolutely everything. This is a testament that this boat is truly meant for entertainment. The guests can just lift up this lead, or the individual seating pilot, they can manage and control the audio right from here. Now, if you do have a crew or a captain on board, they have actually their own living quarters. So this lead opens up on gas chocks, 2 doors open up, and you have a nice ladder that goes all the way down, which acts really not even just like a crew cabin, but also acts as a third cabin. So you have a proper twin-size cabin, twin-size bed over here with a control unit for the captain as well, so they can actually see all the systems and monitor them as you're outside. And of course, a window so they can see the weather outside or the chop, as well as, of course, control the AC and have their own reading light. They have a cabinet for their storage. And actually, they also have a head underneath this cushion. So you lift it up just like this. And now you have access to your loo right underneath, which is neatly tucked away. You don't see it when you don't need it. and of course mirror, as well as sink. If you want to rinse yourself down, you can do that. Before we walk towards the bow, I do want to point out all the controls for your table controls, for your T-top spotlights, ambient lighting. Everything can be controlled from here, which is great because a lot of the entertainment is done by the table at the midship or by the lounge bed in the back. So rather than traveling to the helm station, you have everything easy at the fingertips, and it really makes the guests not have to figure which buttons to push at the helm station, which you wouldn't necessarily want. They can push the buttons here and you know that they won't push the wrong one. As we walk to the bow, you have side steps, boarding steps. Make the getting on and off the boat very easy. Step over here. Step out if you have high dock. Super simple. And these are actually on magnets. So there's no latch or anything. They're just super strong magnets. This won't go anywhere. Cleats, once again, collapsible ones, and a track to protect this boat being a white boat. But if you do have a painted Fjord, this protects the paint from scraping with the lines. Truly an oversized sunbed at the bow. And these backrests can be ordered with tiltable backrests. So if you want to lounge over here, this is your place. Tends to be usually the favorite place for people on a boat. These backrests can recline, and you can keep your drinks stored at the cup holder, one on either side. Also, windshield wiper, 2 of them, making sure that if it rains outside, keeps all the water off from the windshield. Seating area, facing forward, super neat. Another, call it the small bench, or call it a step to get off the boat. Very easy. And this also has, let's open up this anchor hatch. Underneath that hatch, you have an oversized storage. And you can also see all the anchor system. None of the anchor system is electric. It's all hydraulic. So even though it looks super complicated, it's all hydraulic and super easy to operate. And it has a proper delta anchor, making sure that anchoring in South Florida, soft sandy bottoms, is super easy and super simple. As we walk down from the main deck to the lower deck, first thing, the walkway down is super wide and the steps themselves are wide as well. You have a handrail on your right hand side. So if it is a little bit choppier outside, even though you have a stabilizer on this boat, it makes it so much more comfortable. Now, as you walk in, first thing that I do want to point out on this boat is all the finishes. All the walls have a very nice, I want to say linen texture finish. Nice wood around, as well as soft fabric on the top. Nice LED lighting, recessed, and mood lighting all around the boat. Now, I told in the beginning that this boat has a lot of tricks in its sleeve. And one of its tricks is, let's call it the party mode. You can change the ambient lighting to whatever you like. For example, we can set it to blue. Or, if you like, have it as red. On both sides, you have love seats or seating area. So if you want to take a break before you go to bed, you can do that. Very comfortable. Again, very nicely finished everything. And next to your bedside, you also have storage cubbies. Inside both storage cubbies, you have wireless charger. You can put your phone there. Boom, it's charging. Next to your bedside lights, USB plugs underneath the light, so you can plug them in over there. Very clever. And what's super neat about this boat is that you have windows on both sides, and you also have an option to close down the windows and eliminate all the light that comes in. Very neat. But with those windows, you get a lot of natural light into this boat. Not to mention the window facing towards the bow, as well as the skylight above you. So if you move the cushions at the top, you have this whole thing as a skylight right above you. You have cabinets, nicely lit up inside. This boat has a lacquer finish, but you can also have it done with matte finish. Either way, looks very, very clean and very modern. Mirrors on the closets and more cabinet space with a safe underneath and more shelving right above, with your Bahama flag, so you're ready to hop to Bimini at moment's notice. And this flag is right at your fingertips. Very neat. These lock away. Another mirror, full-size mirror, which is neat. You don't really see that on the boats, which is something that I think is very good, because as you get ready, you want to see yourself from top to bottom. You can do that. Of course, 6'1", as you already know, on the lowest point in the cabin, which is right over your head. 6'1", plenty of space. I have another 3-4 inches above my head. You have teak finish matching with the exterior of the boat. Big mirror, storage, more shades, sink, drawers, cabinets for your nitty-gritty, plug. So if you have a shaver or electric toothbrush, you can plug it in. Nice lighting, skylight, and rain shower. I'm 6'1". This is, you know what? This is exactly 6'1". So I can rinse my hair down no problem, and I can enjoy the LED lighting right above my head as well. A glass door to keep this dry as you're taking a shower. Bench. Underneath the bench, storage for your shampoo. Seating area for your happiest hours and for your saddest hours. Keep yourself rinsed down as always. Very, very nice and very spacious set, as well as an additional window for a more natural light and a shade to take away the option of anybody seeing inside while you're showering. So from first cabin, walk into the second cabin, because your guests have their very own cabin with their own head. As you walk in, you have a shower, handheld shower, right above your head. You have a window for a natural light, and you can also open it to let some fresh air inside. Sink with loo next to it, cabinets for storage, and shade for more natural light to come in from the side. And of course, your guests have their own 2 beds, 2 twin beds, very nicely lit up, so you can see all the natural light that comes from the window on your starboard side. From quite literally from the top of the bed to the bottom of the bed, you have a huge window with a porthole to let in fresh air. Voila. This is nice. You can close this thing up, very easy. Make sure that you don't keep it open while you're cruising, because the water can come in. If you want to have more privacy, you can do that here. And of course, if your guests feel like they want to have some party mode over here, you can change the color to whatever you like. So if you want to put it purple like YachtWay, you can do that right here, matching the theme of the day. It's a great place to be. So right next to your bed, you also have a hanging closet for your clothing, or in this case, a duvet, extra duvet hidden away, and your systems closet next to it. Window with another shade gives you plenty of privacy, and mirrors everywhere, making this room feel significantly bigger than it is. And of course, not to mention all the finishes, all the walls, very nicely finished. Like I mentioned, linen-ish texture finish, super, super nice. So all the door handles have a leather finish with a stitching in behind. So as you push the handle down, you can feel the stitching. It matches with the leather on the lights by your bedside. If you're looking to buy your next motor yacht, or if you're looking to buy your Fjord, then visit yachtway.com. YachtWay is the only award-winning MLS Plus platform that connects you with authorized dealers and brokers near you via modern user interface, making the yacht purchasing so much more enjoyable. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, then hit the subscribe button. And as always, if you have any comments, suggestions, put them in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.